Good morning, everyone. Today, our discussion topic is General Journal. So, in order to understand what is General Journal, we have to basically understand some rules regarding Journal. These rules are basically understood and accepted worldwide. We have to keep in mind certain rules before starting any sort of general journal. First of all, we have to understand the nature of certain things. So, first of all, we need to understand the nature of purchases. When we purchase something, that thing come into our hand. So, the nature of purchases is debit. Debit means we take the thing which we are going to buy. So, purchases, as a result, we give never give something, we take something. So, the nature of purchases is debit. Next is sales. Sales is the reciprocal of purchases. Purchases has the nature of debit, sales has the nature of credit. Because when we sell something, that particular thing, for example, bike, car, or house, will come out from our hand. So that's why we consider sales as credit. When we sell, for example, when we sell any soap, the soap will come out from our shop. So we sell it. The nature of soap will be credited because we sell it. Next is purchase. Next is purchase return. Purchase return is basically the reciprocal of purchases. Purchase has the nature of debit, and at the same time, purchase return has the nature of credit. Because when we purchase something, we debited it, and when we purchase return something, which means we purchase something and now we are return back it to the supplier, the thing will come out from our house, from our life. Therefore, it is as a nature of credit. Similarly, sales has the nature of credit and sales return has the nature of debit. It is basically reciprocal of sales. Sales return has the reciprocal of sales and purchase return is the reciprocal of purchases. So, purchase sales has the nature of credit and sales return has the nature of debit, because when we sell something, that particular thing, soap, Colgate, or any sort of paste, toothpaste, will come out from our shop, and when our customer return that particular thing which we have sold it before, that particular thing will come inside our shop, inside our house, inside our life. So that will be debited in our life. Next is account payable. Account payable has the nature of credit, because account payable are those sort of amounts which we have to pay in the near future, after 5 years, after 6 months, after 2 months. So we have to pay it, we have to pay certain, we have purchased now something, and when then we purchase in future, that account is considered as account payable. So in the future we are going to pay something, therefore that account is considered as credit, because amount will be credited from our pocket, will be come out from our pocket, come to some other person. uh, and similarly, account receivable is has the nature of debit, because account payable is credited, account receivable is debited. Account receivable is such account which we are going to receive, as its name implies, we are going to receive it in the near future. We have sold something, we have sold our car to someone, and now he has promised us to pay after 6 months, and we have to receive the certain amount of that particular thing in the near future. Therefore, account receivable is considered as debit. We are now receiving, not receiving now, we will receive in near future. So as in the end we are going to receive, therefore it has nature of debit. Next is discount allowed. Discount allowed has the nature of debit because due to discount allowed we allow certain discount to our customer, and that customer will receive discount from us. We allow discount, it means we are giving him concession. That concession is considered as debit because we are going to give him 20 rupees or 100 rupees or 1000 rupee discount. Therefore it is considered as debit. Discount received on the other hand is considered as credit because discount received is the reciprocal of discount allowed. Discount received is the discount which buyer received from his seller. When buyer received discount, it means he received certain amount. He received 20 rupees discount, he received 100 rupees discount, he received discount, therefore discount will be credited, and that the amount of discount will be debited to the buyer. These two are basically certain controversial things. I repeat it again, I try to explain it little bit more easier to you. Discount allowed is an account basically. That account will be debited when we allow discount to someone. At this stage we are basically seller. We allow discount to our buyer. When we allow discount, it means discount allowed is being debited by us, and our customer will receive discount, and we are allowing discount, therefore it is debited because we are allowing. At this stage, discount received, we are basically not seller, we are buyer. Discount received is therefore credited because we receive 40 rupees discount. That 40 rupees will be debited in our account, and the discount received itself will be credited. So that's all for now. If you have any questions, you can comment on the comment section below, and hopefully I will answer it to you. Thanks.